Hey y'all, it's Amy. It's October 11th. I'm sitting downstairs in my dorm. Just missed some of my fantastic roommates. I'm sorry if the sound on this isn't too good. It's Facebook and my computer kind of sucks. Um, I'm just checking in. I realize that especially for those of you in San Antonio who this video is mostly geared towards, I haven't been able to talk to you in a while, mostly because of the distance and just how much work we've all got. Um, but I have something kind of important that I wanted to talk to you about, something personal. And although Facebook probably isn't the ideal medium, I know that we all use it, let's be honest. And I just wanted to provide this in a platform that was really accessible to people. So here we go. As some of you might be aware, it's National Coming Out Day today, and National Coming Out Day is just it's not a gay holiday. It's basically a time when people all over the United States who are lesbian or gay or bisexual or a whole bunch of other different gender and sexuality identities can just talk to their friends and their family, their teachers, their coworkers, and come out, or be honest with people, talk to them about their identities, and not feel as though they have to hide it. I've been at college for a year now, and just in the past few months, I've started coming to terms with something about myself which really I've been struggling with for a number of years now, especially in high school, to a certain extent when I was a kid as well. And it's kind of difficult to talk about. I don't know if any of the stress that it's caused me has ever been apparent, like in my talking to you. I don't think so. Half the time I didn't even know what was bothering me. Ever since I got to college, I've had the opportunity to meet people, talk to people, get some resources, and I'm finally nailing down just what it is. So right now, you probably know what it is to be gay, which is like if you're a man, then you're attracted to men. You know what it is to be lesbian. It's like when you're a woman who's attracted to women. And if you're like bisexual, then it means you like both. You probably even know what it is to be transgendered, because there's a lot on TV right now with regards to that. There's someone transgendered on Dancing with the Stars. There's been some TV specials, and essentially someone who's transgendered is, they feel as though they're born in, say, the body of a man when they're actually a woman, or the body of a woman when they're actually a man. And there's a lot of science backing that up, because it has to do with brain function and a lot of different things. But essentially they feel like they're the wrong gender spirit inside their body. But there's probably a word that you don't know, or if you do, kudos to you. I have a handy-dandy note card here. So this is the word. Okay. There's actually a really good Wikipedia article which is surprisingly detailed in its coverage of this word. So I highly advise you to go and just type that in, Google it, whatever you want. So what is this word? This word is genderqueer. And in this instance, queer is not used as an insult, it's used as a positive thing. A person who's genderqueer, it's kind of like, it's a bad comparison, but the bisexual of the transgender world, in a sense. It means that instead of feeling like, you're a man trapped in a woman's body or something like that, it means that you feel as though you're not quite the right body for your gender, but it's not that, you don't go that far. There are a lot of different ways to express it. Like, there are people who are genderqueer who feel as though they're a third gender, that they're halfway between male and female, no matter whether they were born male or female in their body. There are people who feel like they don't have any gender at all, or that they switch between both. There are some people who identify as being transgendered, but at the same time, they don't fit as much into the category that they were aiming for, that they can comfortably say, I'm just transgender. They say they're genderqueer as well. So it's a very interesting term. It's starting to gain a bit more attention in sort of the wider world, but it's not really clearly defined right now. So you might ask me, why am I showing you this word? Well, drum roll. This is actually how I feel. I don't know, like I said before, if it's ever been apparent to anybody, but I don't feel entirely like I'm a woman. In fact, a lot of me feels not like a woman. I feel as though I'm largely male, but not entirely, if that makes any sense at all, which it might not. That's okay. It's really confusing anyways. You might say, oh, it's a phase, you're in college, you're going through new things. Actually, no. I've been dealing with this for a lot longer than just in college or just in high school. I may have had more access to, haircuts and clothes and things in the past few years, but those are just paraphernalia. Those are just tools. They're a way of making what I see when I look in the mirror as myself and not something weird, which is what happened to me a lot in high school, and it caused me a lot of problems. And this might be a way station. I don't know where I'm going to be in a few years, if I'm still going to feel this way, but I have the feeling that regardless, I'm more at a state of inner peace with myself right now than I've been in a very, very long time. What does this mean to who I am as a person and how I deal with all of you? Essentially, it just means that I am exactly the same person you knew before, but I have like a different frame around me. I still have the same flaws that I did when I last spoke to you, whether it was in person or in a Facebook message or in class or whatever. I still have the same interests. I still have the same desires and wants in life. I am still the person who gave the invocation speech at Stevens High School. I'm still the person who helped you or asked for help in class. I'm the person who wanted to be your friend or your student. I'm the person who set up chairs in orchestra or choir. I'm the person who sang next to you, who talked to you, who hugged you, who laughed at your jokes, who... I don't know if I ever cried with anybody I've known on Facebook, but if I did, I'm still the same person. That this doesn't change anything, except maybe it might change how you look at me a little bit. It might change how I look outside, but I'm still exactly the same person inside, and that's what I wanted to hammer home most with this video. I don't know, like I said, if this is the best medium for doing this, but by all means, if you want to talk to me more, just to say hi or to talk about this, if you have questions or comments or anything, please email me, Facebook message me, call me, Skype me. I haven't set up my Skype yet, but I want to learn how. By all means, I would love to talk to you, especially if I haven't seen you in a long time. I know some of you listening to this are probably teachers, and the same thing that I've said above about being the same person applies. I'm still the person who is your student. I'm just a less confused person who was your student in a lot of ways. So I guess that pretty much wraps it up, and I hope that this is a good medium for future conversation. And I have a wristband here which I wanted to show you. That's how I feel about you. So thank you for watching, and talk to me.